I didn't mean to do that. Ugh. Hold on. Trying to do the okay. Do this later. Good morning, guys. Hold on. Machine up and running. Good morning. How's everybody doing? How are we starting the day? Good, grumpy, tired, pissed off, frustrated, sad, or just melancholy, or happy? Happy, happy, happy. Anybody happy? It's freezing in Sacktown. All I have to say is I'm freezing. Shit balls. Cold and rainy. It's freezing here. Good morning in South Dakota. It's snowing. Well, remember, this is cold for California. We're freezing. Hi, Janet. All of the above. I'm a little bit of... I know, I saw you, Shawnette. I told you I'd be here. Yes, it is passable, Taz. I am all of the above, too. Not so much frustrated 100% just yet, but I'm sure there will be plenty of frustration. I'm elated. Just aching body. Oh, just because you're old. GSR. In Maui, Miami. It's warm. I heard it's warm in Miami. What the hell? 8 inches? Damn it, you hung. Just kidding. 8 inches of snow in upstate New York. You want a wife, please? I can't help with that. Single as hell. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Happy to you. I made some funny videos this morning. 18 inches, shitballs. I would run. Fat boy, dude, bruh, what the fuck? Where you been? It's about fucking time. We've been worried. For the love of Pete, don't do that shit anymore. Do you hear me? Fat boy, what the fuck? Anyhow, sorry. Fat boy hasn't been here in a while. We've been worried. Oh, Shawnette, hang in there, girl. We got you. This is a good place to be. Fuck! We should block Fat Boy just on principalities of it. You don't leave us hanging like that, bruh. Fuck! Pisses me off. Y'all let him have it. Everybody is bitching at him. Ugh. No, we missed you. Y'all pissed us off. Shit. Fuck you, Fat Boy. You can still come on and say I'm alive. Barely, but I'm here, bitches. I love y'all. Don't you need to laugh? Don't you need to cry? Don't you need friends? Shit. I hate... It's quiet for now. GSR, you've been getting in trouble all over the place, girl. We're gonna have to put a muzzle on you. Anyway, don't do me like that, Fat Boy. Don't do me like that. Lord in heaven, baby, just don't do me like that. I'm scared. You made me worry, and all your friends were scared. Fuck. Yeah, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Boy, I love you, Fat Boy. Don't. I hate when my normal people just disappear. And they don't. Oh, good. Wasco. We don't need people like you either. Fucking bah. Like you need to announce it. It ain't no airport, buddy. You don't need to announce your arrival nor your fucking departure. Adios. Safe takeoff. Anywho, do you ever run outside? No, I am outside technically, Patricia. But I think you meant on the streets. I'm not a street runner. Really never have been. you just enjoy grandpa, well then you are on the wrong channel. Yes. Bronchoscopy and nodule removals. Ooh, Charles, that does not seem fun. Shit. Anyhow, y'all, you need motivation. All right. Conrad, I missed it. GSR, I missed it. I saw you attacking him, but I can't, pay attention because I go on my own rants. I figure you can handle yourself, girl, and you do not need any support. Anywho, hi guys, what's up? It's Monday. I fucking hate Mondays. How about you? I don't care. You don't work. You don't have to go into the office or travel to a location and sit your ass down and do work for a company. No, because I run my own company. But the problem is that Mondays still have the same feels, right? They have the same feels. I used to work and I hated Mondays then. That's okay, Shawnette. You're back. That's all that matters. Get through. Taz, you're welcome. You all are fucking amazing. Those of you who show up every day, those of you who love us, not just one of us or two of us, who love us as a family unit, thank you. Thank you for giving me the motivation. Good, Goodman, be careful. Thank you for helping me grow. Thank you for being here every day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding what our intent is to make you laugh. Thank you for getting it. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for laughing with us. Thank you for making fun of us, alongside of us, and with us. Because that's what our intentions are, right? Our intentions are just what you see them. To be here, to make you giggle, to give relatability, to help caregivers and show them that it's fucking hard. It's hard. It is not easy, but we do it. We show you our mistakes, our pleasures, like with Hannah, and we show you all the in-betweens. I don't show you the complete angers, but I show you when I'm frustrated. You hear when I'm frustrated, and thank you for not judging me during those times. Thank you for understanding the journey. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for being our friends. Thanks, baby doll. So, wait till you see tomorrow. Wait till you see tomorrow's video. Now, I took 3 shots of it. We tried a couple different, we tried to do a couple different takes of this shot. It's funny as hell. So the one that I do to decide you will see on Mrs. D. Sal NorCal 3. The other 2 I will put on Patreon. For those of you who have Patreon, you will look out at the additional takes. So we did a total of 3 takes. I liked the first one. The middle one, it was all right. The third one kind of has me buzzing. Has Dan buzzing too. He likes the third one. So, Dan didn't do anything. New Paradise. Taking care of me. Oh, it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It is ultimately, it's rewarding, right? But those days, I'm like, fuck the rewards. Fuck them. Who needs rewards in life? I'm going straight to hell anyway. So, a little prelude to my hands, I believe, have frostbite right now. It is so fucking cold. Oh my God. Linda, what do you ever mean? What's wrong with my face? You saw something? I thought I looked good. I did. Y'all, I do little fun Snapchats for my YouTube. Y'all, you're the only ones on YouTube. I try to, give different takes here and there. I do the filters for you guys on shorts. I do funny shorts for them at least a couple times a week. I try to remember to do them. Nobody else gets them but YouTube. So you're lucky you get to see me at my best sometimes. Anywho, Charles, you still better be here while you're in recovery. You can still use your fingers to tap. You can still be there. Just don't laugh too hard. I was just gonna say that. Y'all remember tapping is clapping on TikTok. You can tap as much as you want. And 1 thumbs up for every person here on YouTube. Wi-Fi. So anywho, good morning to everybody. Yes, I'm much older than Dan. How could you tell? So it's a spoof on my personality. So if you can only imagine doing for my dog on travel. You did already. It's normal, Taz. Just think about me when you're reading them. I mean, I'll remind you, you don't have to respond. But, if you're anything like me, it's going to be hard not to. I told y'all. Dan reads my... Dan reads the shit that I get. And he's like, hot damn. Damn. Those fucking wild beasts come from the jugular. And that's why he felt like he had to go in and defend me. GSR knows, because she responded first. But it's crazy that people can't see past their own judgment. But it's a little precursor to the trolls, kind of making fun of them. Who, me? No. And just acting a little bit. I'm acting. And then you'll see at the end, Danielle is still here. And she will always be. Oh my God. Your hubby's on the couch, snoring like a den of bears. Go poke him. I would poke him. I'd go scare him. Put the video camera on and scream right above his ear, right next to it, and get it on recording. Yeah, I don't really like Tina. I don't like Dan sticking up for me. I really don't. Because, GSR, toot toot. 4 years is the hardest job you've ever done. Isn't that right, Thomas? I think caregiving is one of the hardest jobs ever out there. Hi, Starlet. Oh, I'm sorry you're sad. I'm doing a palette wall. You'll have to send me pictures. Red wine and Coke. Really? So I heard that. And you know what else I saw? Alan, red wine and root beer. Red wine and root beer. I heard that's better. Linda, yes. It's Monday. It is a live night. So I'm tinkering with the idea, TikTokers, for possibly, I don't know, doing maybe sub-lives when I get my account back. I have emailed them for 6 days in a row. 6 days in a row. You're still with the Everclear and grape juice. Really? Red wine and Coke? Alan, I don't know. Anybody else have red wine and Coke? And what do you say? What is it? Is it good? Yeah, speak. Speak. When is it? Yeah, I think that would be cool. Just a red wine, hold the Coke. Yeah, but you can do it. You're a great writer. You're a great speaker. and you're a great announcer, actor, whatever you are. You're a public speaker. My husband's been invited to an Alzheimer's summit at the end of the month, and they want him to speak now. So he's all of a sudden a little verklempt. Can I do it? Should I do it?
Well, they invited me, and they were going to...
They invited him, and so he was like, well, maybe I'll go. And now that they want him to speak, you should go.
Yeah, if I'm going to speak, I'll definitely go.
That's huge. Hi, Bertha. You too. Act, toot, motherfuckers. Yeah, Dan stood up for me because he just feels bad. You know, that people don't see, well, not people, a select few, probably 10%, 15% of the people who watch me don't see my worth. They like to focus on the negative and lambast me all over TikTok and social media. So he just got so upset that they were doing it and really bothered him. Did you hear me? My husband was bothered by y'all in the back bitching about his wife, whom he loves and supports. You hear that? Anywho, so he wrote a huge, long response to one of the trolls because he was like, it's just ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous that you get judged so grossly. Yeah, but I don't like it, Alex. I don't really like it. Because I can do my own shit. I don't need my husband. At the beginning of this journey, when I was weak and insecure, I wanted him there, right? I do believe there's a time and a place. I typically don't like his responses anyway, right? Because I think sometimes he makes excuses, which I don't want excuses. I want hard facts. I don't want you making it seem like, you're giving me an excuse at all, because I don't look at it as an excuse. But I think he does get bothered, a little bit. And I agree, he looks at it differently. He gets upset when I think and call him out. And I say, I think it's just, you sound like you're giving me excuses. And he's like, no, but that's not what I'm saying. But he is a lawyer. And so he tries to convince people. And I said, you don't need to convince people. They're going to see it or they will never see it. So, anyhow. He was just upset. And people don't realize that, at the end of the day, we're a partner. He supports me, I support him. We make fun of each other, we make fun of our banter. But at the end of the day, bitches, 26 years and counting. So that's it. He's very supportive. No, and I know that, dog lover. Had to chase shit. Water everywhere. Yes, and that's why I don't think, and here's another thing. I was thinking about this. I was up at 3 a.m., not because of Grandpa, because my menopause yesterday and the issues I was having yesterday, holy mother of God, between my pulled side, my back, cramps, and then nausea, and then diarrhea, I was all over the place yesterday. And then it just decided it wanted me. I took a heating pad out. Hey, Larry, when I take a heating pad out, I was in a bad way. It takes me a lot. I'm bad when I take Advil or get a heating pad out. So man, just 3 o'clock in the morning, I was like wide awake. Well, hello there. What do I do now? It's too early to post videos. So I'm tired today, but I was thinking while I was up, before I turn on Sister Wives, because I was getting in myself my trouble. But I was thinking, people in general, when they have a partner and they do social media together, you have to have a relationship. Like, could you imagine us not happy in our marriage and doing social media together? Like, it wouldn't work. It would be horrible. It would not work. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do the shit we do without love, without friendship, without a common goal. Anywho, it doesn't work. So there you have it. I turned on Sister Wives at about 3:15 as I was tossing and turning. Watched that till about 4:30. Fell back asleep, finally. And then Baxter and his bad breath got me up at 6:15. Thank you, Baxter. I could have slept a little bit. I'm not great, Kelly. I have moments of greatness. I like to toot my own horn, but I will not toot the great horn because I am by far great. What I am great at is exercising, toot toot. I do that every day consistently. I am great at providing, caregiving. And caregiving in the sense of not my mood, right? But caregiving in the sense that I keep going, regardless of how I'm feeling, regardless of how I'm emotionally am, I still do the job. I walk the walk, regardless of what you see. Toot toot. And I do it because it's important to my husband. It's important to my husband that I help him and support him. Judy, even better. Oh, shit. Am I stuffy? No. I'm always stuffy in the morning. I typically like allergies. But no, as far as I know, I'm fine. Oh, Sister Wives. I am one episode away from season 10, bitches. One episode away. But definitely I toot my own horn, Kelly, with my growth as a woman and as a person and everything in between. Now, my mood swings with Ed, the caregiving, the emotional side of it has been an up and down battle since we've had him full time. And it happens all day long, right? Moments where I'm better than others, moments where I'm not so good, but I still do it because I do it for my husband. And I do it for the other caregivers to show you that it doesn't matter where I am and my mental state, I still rise to the occasion because that's my job. Janelle's bugging me right now. I don't know. They're all fucking bugging me right now. So, almost at season 10. Almost at season 10. And I'm happy. I'm almost there. Maybe another week and a half and I'll be caught up almost. Anywho, so I'm still trudging away. I'm getting a little bedwab sores on my ass from sitting around. Debbie, yes, we have for 3 months. I love the words, the cadence. That's nice, Liam. Yeah, I didn't like this one. I don't know why. I didn't like it. I'm very critical of his poems. Doesn't mean I don't think he's a good writer, but sometimes the flow of the poem just doesn't do it for me. Sometimes I feel like they're more lively and they have a better tone. But you can't win them all, I think. Hi, Christy. I'm a tough critic when it's that. I'm not a poem person anyway, so I don't know, y'all. It is what it is. He enjoys it, and that's all that matters. right? That's all that matters. So today, no, I know, it's about, yeah, I know what it's about, Liam, for the love of Pete. But I don't know, it's like a song. Sometimes I hate the words of a song, but I love the beat of it, right? Yeah, unless you actually die. And I was starting to get worried, and there was no way I could get a hold of you. So don't do that shit again. So I know, and so Liam, sometimes for me, it's the beat. It's the beat. Yolanda, he doesn't write me poems. Just because he writes them doesn't mean they're for me. So I love a good beat. I'm a good beat person. And sometimes I'm bopping along, I'm singing the words, and I'm like, if only everybody can see me now. Woo, those words. But whatever. The only time the beat works is six. Well, he is really good with his words, and I'm very proud of him. So they want him to talk, and I think he'll do it. He'll be great at it. Hopefully they'll record it so I can watch it. I forgot it's this month. I forgot it's like in a couple weeks. Shitballs. That means I'm on my own with Grandpa. Shit. Oh, fuck me running. Well, who wants Dan to talk? The Alzheimer's some summit he's going to. It is for him. Writing, he loves writing, you guys. If he started TikTok to put his poems out there, right? He started TikTok for that. So it turned into this. So the other things, if he can get along the way for additional things, if he can write, he would be the happiest person on the planet. The happiest person. And when Dan's happy, everybody's happy or annoyed, because he tends to be more annoying when he's happy. So I take Dan at an even keel. I don't know what that is, but when he does it, I'll let you know. He's very articulate. And Allie, what's really cool is when sometimes I think he speaks too much. Sometimes I'm like, God, you don't have to give that much detail. You get mad at me for telling you a story? Well, now I'm asleep with yours. So he should write a book. Kathy, I believe a book is coming up. That's his intent with our story in life. He's hoping good things will come. Hi, Slick, how are you? So many people interested in me. Yes, Kay, it's coming. It will be. That is one of his biggest goals. Dan can't stop talking, and he's just happy, and he just gets obnoxious, and people are like, okay, settle. Like, he's like a kid. He reminds me of like an adolescent teenage boy. Yeah, you guys, once we have, the final piece to our journey, you guys will be like, holy shit, that is book worthy. From Bob Dylan fans out there, he wrote the song Lay Lady Lay for Barbara Streisand. I think I knew that. Did it replace his lost income when he stopped doing law? I don't really know what you're looking for, but social media has helped us maintain our household. Good things are coming. Yes, I believe they are. Y'all, I'm not going to get specifics about finances because it's really none yet. And social media does provide us an income, right? That we do. We both do it. I'm also a provider in the household income. So for those of you who like to throw Dan being the primary breadwinner in the house, it's not accurate. Fact check, and fact check. Also with Dan's Porsche, Mrs. D-Cell NorCal 3, they're getting a lot of comments about the car. Y'all, we have owned the car for 20 years. It's not a new, Dan, it's not a new car, right? Because we've taken in Grandpa. It's a car that Dan has had for 20 years. Your Porsche. So people are, you know,
Can I try it?
people are having negative responses on the Mrs. D-Cell NorCal, the Porsche. Oh, even more reason why they're taking care of Grandpa. Car's 20 years old, bitches. Yes, what do you want to say?
Just nothing. Are you getting off to pee or anything?
No, not yet. The car is old.
I'm nervous. That's all I was going to say.
I know. We bought it when Dan made a shit ton of money as an attorney. It's no one's business. But it is a source of contention with me when, you know, Dan doesn't care about that shit, but people fail to realize my husband's an attorney. Was a very lucrative attorney. It's no one's business, but people ask. So how do y'all survive? Grandpa? No. We still survive ourselves, thank you. It's his dream car. I would love to trade it in, honestly, because, because Dan's taken over my car, has ruined it, and I will not reenact the open room sneeze again, because that hurt yesterday. But, yeah, I hate it. So, anyway, I would love to trade it in, but Andrew really wants that car, so, Grandpa, that's the thing about Grandpa. Grandpa's cheap. He has always been cheap in his whole life. He doesn't spend money. He runs his cars literally into the ground. He would look for stick shifts because they were more economical. He would never buy electronic. He would never buy anything. Do you think that, what? And what do y'all think a 20-year-old Porsche costs? That one, not so much anymore. It's not worth what we bought it for 20 years ago, right? That car's probably worth $30,000. Maybe. Maybe, if you're lucky. Anybody? No, I don't want to go. Who's going to watch Grandpa? Come on. Yeah, Grandpa had cheap-ass cars, so it makes me laugh when he thinks my car is his. I'm like, dude, you've never owned leather your entire life. Not only that, you never had an automatic. Not only that, you never had power windows, power locks. Get your greedy little hands off my car. That is not a special Porsche, you know, that's not like a Roadster or anything in the 70s that you can get more money for. That is a 20-year-old, well, 2004. So yeah, it's 20 years old, right? 2004 Porsche. And even when we bought it, we got a really good deal on it. It was a guy who collected them. Dan looked and looked and looked. It was a guy who collected it. It was an 04. We bought it in 06 when the market crashed. And got a stellar deal because he needed money. So probably the best deal at the time that you could have bought a Porsche for. So even in the day when Dan made a lot of money, he was still practical with it. He would never buy another one today, but that was his dream. His dreams as a budding businessman were to one day have a Porsche, one day have a great house with land, have his beautiful wife by his side. I added that in. Did you like that? And kids and fur babies. He's accomplished all those dreams for him. Yes, assumptions are like assholes. My mom will wash her glass. Oh my God. Wow. I know, Kathleen, and you know, they're old school, like Ed would probably do the same thing. Kathleen said back in the day, like her mom would wash her saran wrap and stuff like that to keep money, to save money for her kids. Ed's the same way. He'd rather skimp. And I remember hearing him say that, you know, I'm saving it for you guys. I want you guys to, you know, have something when I'm gone. So that was his wishes. And, you know, he's doing so much more for Dan, right? By allowing him, giving them this platform that we had no idea we were going to stumble across, but we did. Giving me my platform, Dan pushing me into it, actually. I give thanks to Dan and Grandpa for doing those for me. Have my dreams come true? Yes, actually. When I was little, I dreamed about being married to my Prince Charming. Although Dan didn't ride in on a noble steed, or, you know, the fairy tale stories that we read and we want are really not fairy tales, right? So when you grow up and realize that it's as noble as it can be, yeah, I would say my dreams have come true. I would kind of like a little bit more, like a G-Wagon or something. But other than that, if I put aside, all joking aside, if I put aside all the material shit that I would still like to accrue in my time, I could have gone without losing, right? I could have gone without some of the issues that Dan and I had, financial troubles as well. But if I knew this is the end result, I'm much happy. Yes, it was worth it. It is nosy, Deidre. It's all about how your mom's raised you. Now, if you fell off the bed a couple times and bumped your head in the process of what your mom has taught you, I can see why those people ask the nosy questions. So, anywho, I believe that it's what we do with our learnings, right? Our teachings. It's what we do with them, how we implement them. We have failed along the way, right? There's been lessons my mom has given me. And those are the hardest mindsets, fat boy, if you ask me. Ed's very difficult in those mindsets of, it's too expensive, you don't need it. He's a bare minimalist, right? But yeah, it's a, you know, luckily we've done well enough to where we don't rely or need, you know, anything that his parents leave, right? And Dan always tells his mom that. Mom, the wife used to flip shit about the ketchup packs in the fridge. Shit. He meant the handfuls. Ed used to steal cookies from the, he used to like to go eat at buffets. And he would steal like 2 handfuls of cookies, keep them in his glove box. And he would come, because he showed up at my house every day, and would give the kids these stale fucking cookies, because they'd be old. He would never buy them. Shit. Anyway, my mom too. He also steals mints and shit, you know? He'd have them in his car. The kids were like, no, thank you, Grandpa. Just take it. Eventually, they would just take them and throw them away. Del Taco, I should send you mine, Debbie. They gave me a shit ton. I'm not a big fan of Del Taco sauces. Yeah, so Ed, you know, napkins. He'd take like a whole bunch of them from the, God, y'all, he's a piece. Let me tell you, one of a kind. Yeah, and the sugar, everything. Why you gotta buy ketchup? I got packets. What? Shit. Stale cookies. And that's no joke, Emily. Dan will even vouch for that. Dan used to get so mad. It was really embarrassing to go, you know, out to eat with him, because we would literally leave. Well, me and the kids would, before Dan, you got this, and we'd bail, because we were so freaking embarrassed of, you know, he'd go back, stuff shit in his pockets, wrap it. Do you have any napkins? Dad, no shame. You know, I mean, the kids were like, oh my God. Dad, fuck, what the fuck are you doing? Just 1 minute. What else did he do? Towards the end, he would stop buying people lunches. I think he would take, like, it was acceptable to him. He would buy like Mark Del Taco, the cheaper places, which were starting to get more expensive. McDonald's. He was very frugal. His McDonald's order with 2 hamburgers and a senior coffee. Oh, shit. But anywho, Dan has told his mom, because I think Joanne, I hear the conversations, and, he's like, Mom, if you have to spend all your money for your care, who cares? Nobody is going to hold that against you. That's why you have it, That's why you have it. So nobody in the family, is reliant on anything that their parents have, because they may not, why, who, huh? How can you rely on something you have no idea if it's going to be gone? So, anywho, no, Dan is, he just wants the best life for his parents. You do? Del Taco French fries? I've heard that, hecka. But people do. People say that to me. You just want Ed's money. I do. Who said? Huh? I don't think that way. And that just shows me they think that way, It's sick. It's really sick. I'm happy with what Dan and I have saved throughout our marriage, right? We are okay. It allowed us to, get through a heart attack, Dan working part-time, and all else in between. Without good financial strategy at the beginning, we wouldn't have been able to do that or had the luxury, for doing those things. So luckily, Dan made enough to be able to do that. Thank you. I am Colleen. I'm really happy now, honestly. I mean, people see angry, people see unhappiness. We all have our unhappy days. We all have our moments, and that's okay. But the overall scheme of things, why wouldn't I be happy? Why wouldn't I be? I mean, could life be better right now? Yes. Dan and I could be traveling the world. We could be doing things, right? We would have our freedom. So yes, we're a little hunkered down. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be. But this is where we are at this present moment. Does it get frustrating? Yep. Do I get frustrated? Absolutely. But overall happiness is there. I love my husband. He loves me. We have a great trust. We have foundation. We have a wonderful love story that will take us through the end of time. We have family. My family situation could be better. But, I made it. I've done it. I put in the time. I put in the work. And I'm still putting in the work because it doesn't stop. And I try to live in the moment as best I can. I do my best when I'm feeling good to make the best of the day. Now, you guys know, the dollar menu is ridiculous. You guys know that, especially women who go through menopause, they know that the day is very different, right? The day for us is very different with a normal life, right? With not a caregiving life. Now, you add a caregiving role on top of that with dementia, any sickness, the repetition, holy moly. It is not perfect. It is not perfect. It is frustrating. You know how many times I roll my eyes in a day? Do you know how many times I roll my fucking eyes in a day? I feel like a teenage girl. They go in the back of my head so many times. Last night, I was cleaning the kitchen. You guys, it wasn't even a joke. People want me to do an amalgamation amalgamation. I don't know if that's the word. The I'm 91. They want me to do a whole video on Ed's I'm 91. If I video anything, I should have videoed last night. Danielle, is there anything I can do? Danielle, is there anything I can do? Danielle, is there anything I can do? Danielle, I want to help you. Danielle, what can I do? Danielle, can I do something? Danielle, what do you need? I feel bad. Danielle, sit down. For the love of Pete, sit down. Don't talk to me. Sit down. 2 seconds later, Danielle, can I help? Me biting my lip. All right, guess not. Sit back down. I hear him up. Fuck! Danielle! No! All right. All right. Fuck. Lady, it's not the fact that I think he wants to be like that. No shit, lady. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Those are the facts of caregiving. I know you must think you're perfect, and you would be more perfect in this situation. Maybe you would, but doubtful. Doubtful. The reality of it is, it's real life. It's called frustration. It's called irritation. It's called a long day. It is a long day. You know how they say it's the long goodbye? It's a long fucking day too. It's the hardest job. And I'm not flawless, and that's why I tell my stories. For the people who are doing the same fucking job I am. They need the validation because they happen to have the same feelings, the same explosions, the same fucking frustrations. I say it because they need to know that I am not perfect, nor do I fucking claim to be. I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. Those of you who think you can have better control 24/7, 365 days a year, come on over. And I'm sure every caregiver would invite you into their home. It gets annoying. It gets frustrating. It gets tedious. It gets tiring. I am exhausted by the end of every day. Not only am I doing my own shit, taking care of my son, making sure he's on top of his medicine, watching the doctors, communicating with his doctors, making sure he's scheduled for his urinalysis, his blood work, his teeth work, and everybody else in my house. I gotta make an appointment for Dan. He has some shit on his body I don't like that he needs to get assessed. I'm also dealing with my life, insurance adjusters, contractors, yard work, bills, and everything else. Yes, I am not fucking perfect. I cry, if not every day, every other day. Every day I want to hit my head against the wall at least once. Every day I sit down in my chair, I heave a big sigh of breath, and I think, baby, you can do it. Come on, keep on going. You can do it. All the while of dealing with my own internal struggles. My own internal struggles that are on fire within my body. I was in bed yesterday, off and on all day, with the worst cramps and everything else going on in my body, and diarrhea at night. But guess what? That doesn't stop my job from going. I have to get up, I have to take care of shit, I have to work through my shit to get everybody else's shit done. But guess what? Do I have a smile on my face? Nope, not all day long. Do I wear the RBF face a lot? Yeah. Because I'm getting my job done. Sometimes putting on a smile throughout my day is a difficult task. Yes, I've recently upped my meds, and I know those trolls out there are gonna use it against me. Yes, I increased my anxiety pill. I doubled my anxiety pill because I was struggling. Rachel, if you've been here for a while, how the hell do you write something as ridiculous as what you did? It seems to be a lot for you. Put Grandpa with his other children. Rachel, where are his other children? Caregiving is a lot for everybody. Because it's a lot, we should just drop them off with people who don't want them? Think before you write, people. Stupid. Do you see them pounding on my door? Do you see them pounding on my door to give us a break? Do you see them pounding on the door to take him? Come on. Girl, watch your words. Caregiving's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Just because you're having a hard time, I should get rid of them? Life is hard. Marriage is hard. Owning a house is hard. So because it's hard to keep up with the shit around my house, I should sell it? What kind of person would I be? Oh, sorry. It's just too much. No shit, it's too much. No shit, it's too much. Here she goes again. I know it's hard, but it seems as though you have an issue doing the job because all you do is complain. There is no complaining, Rachel. That's a you problem. You think I'm complaining, but what I'm doing is I'm speaking to the other people who are just like me. The other people who need to hear words of wisdom, validation from me. Get it? If you don't, this isn't the page for you. I'm explaining, I'm answering questions. Life is hard. Caregiving is hard. Could you imagine if everybody who is taking care of a loved one just said, you know what, it's too hard. Bye. I'm dropping you off somewhere. Golly. People. Noggin. Shit. As a caregiver, all the caregivers, Rachel, that you think I'm complaining are saying, Rachel, get a fucking clue. They're saying, do you know how much we feel the same way? Do you know how much we need to hear the validation? Read the fucking comments. I'm talking to the people who need, oh, I knew that was coming. Here's another one. As a caregiver, you give a lot and you do a lot, but you also take it with a grain of salt. Really, Rachel, please come over here and tell me how to take it with a grain of salt, because you appear to be the professional as a caregiver. You seem to know so much about it. And if you are a true caregiver, you would know and you would be applauding my honesty. You would be in the feels right now with my strength to be able to tell you how I really feel. Thank you, Word Flirt. You too, girl. I got you. I'm the CEO of Caregivers, apparently. I am. Because as a caregiver, I or L or whatever you are, I have a platform that I can speak to them. And obviously you need to read the comments too, because they're also agreeing with me. Rachel could be. I mean, there's a lot of Rachels. Unfortunately, my middle name's Rachel. As a caregiver, I love those who refute, who deflect and who defend themselves as a caregiver. Okay, I know you're full of shit. I'm lucky because I have a platform. I'm lucky, Rachel, because I have a platform. I don't need validation. Rachel. But obviously you keep coming back because you love to hear my complaining. But really the only person complaining is you, honey. And yet you keep coming back for it. So, from one caregiver to another, I hope you have a blessed day and have the day you deserve, Rachel. Some time for reflection too is also necessary. Eric, I have been doing this for a long time. My running, my talking. Really haven't talked until TikTok, but I have been talking probably for the last year and a half since I've been doing these lives, so, or at least a year. So that has trained my lungs. My lungs have been trained since 14. Here she keeps going. Oh, Rachel. Bye-bye. You're annoying. Okay, I got rid of her. I hate the ones that keep coming back and keep wanting to defend and deflect, right? The ones that keep coming back and need to prove her point to really only herself and to the other trolls. I had to get rid of her. Sorry. I know you all loved her. Oh, shit. Common sense is not a common trait amongst the masses. Her message is on the other side, but I had to get rid of her. Goodbye, Rachel. Don't you trip over your caregiving responsibilities. Boy, would I love to be a fly on the wall with all that caregiving responsibility. Hope she enjoys the facial scrub. Shitballs. Next. Thank you, next. Who's next on the chopping block? Come on, come forth. Come one, come all. No, Mark, I knew you were. I had a feeling you were starting to develop a feeling. A good feeling. Tiffany, I'm a lot warmer now than I was, but it was cold. Rachel doesn't need my help because she seems like she already has it under control. They aren't in my bathroom when I'm listening, waking up from a dead sleep, listening for any sounds that are dangerous or anything like that. I don't do this for validation, just to make that clear. I validate my own things, my own feelings, my own self-worth. I don't need to rely on others for validation. I do it to help the other caregivers who are alone, have nobody, nowhere to go and nobody to turn to. I talk to you because I understand. I am there and I have a partner I can share it with, but it doesn't make it any easier at times. So, anywho, that's what I do it for. Like Dion said, he said, there is a certain arrogance, I hate when he uses that word, that comes with having a platform, right? People show up every day. They support you. They tell you good things. It boosts your ego a little bit. And, I'll give him that. It does. It makes me feel better, right? It makes me feel like I'm not alone. I can come on here. I have an open forum. I'm lucky. I can talk about things that I want to talk about. Those of you who like it, stay. Those of you who don't, give me a hard time. Sometimes you leave. Sometimes you don't. And sometimes you mass report me to get me taken down. But just like caregiving, I keep coming back. You can take me down, you can bitch all you want, and you can complain, and you may get your way for the time being. But the strength in numbers is so far greater than anything else. So I will always come back. I will always keep going, whether or not my account gets depleted or not, there's always another way. So that's what they don't realize, is the strongest will prevail. and the strongest will keep on going. You can try to track me down, you can try to tear me down, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I might get frustrated days, but I will still come back because the strength in numbers is that much more greater for me, and it keeps me going. So, there you have it. There you have it, basically. That's why I'm here, because they always think they can do better. They do. I think there are, now I could be wrong because I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, but in all honesty, I know there's a couple of caregivers that I really enjoy seeing. And I can tell, that they're real as well. Chris is probably one of my favorites because she wears her heart on her sleeve. She doesn't hide things. She lets it all out, kind of like me. I look at that as a strength, right? I don't look at that as a weakness. People always tell me, you replying to the trolls shows sign of weakness. I don't look at it that way. I'm sorry, I don't see it that way. I see it as defending myself as well as defending the other people who may not have, family or support the way I do. I see the things they say to her. I see the things they say to other people. I don't think I do, Annabella. I really don't have a lot of time. My follows have been at the beginning. There's some caregivers who don't really talk about caregiving per se. They just show whoever, their grandmother, their mom, or whomever, in just a funny light, for humor. To me, I think, for me, as a caregiver, I like to see what other caregivers are dealing with, what other struggles they're having, their more emotional side of it, the more mental illness drain, the just exhaust at the end of a day, the way they cope. To me, that's more my follows, right? Or the people who don't really use them as a skit or, whatever. What you see, what I video with me and Grandpa or Dan is real life shit, right? It's like tomorrow's video on my Mrs. DeSalle NorCal is obviously acted, right? It was my idea. I come in and I say, Dan, just go with me, right? Most of the time I record the me and Dan banters. We're either in the middle of an argument, stupid banter argument, and I say, hold on, I'm recording this. Or I'll come in the room and I'll say, sometimes I warn him, hey, just go with me. Sometimes he has no idea, it just depends on how I want to catch him off guard or what I want to do and how I want to come up with it. But this one for tomorrow was done and I took 3 videos and we have chosen the best one, me and Dan. But the day-to-day stuff, the videos of Grandpa, the conversations, those are typically done for me, right? I'm not talking about Dan. For me, they're done just out of the blue. It's not something I plan. It's something if I'm, in the middle of changing laundry or cleaning the kitchen or making him food or whatever, and he's in a mood, a talkative mood, if I'm in a right frame of mind, I might break my camera out once he starts talking because it's good conversation. That's how our house runs, is what you see. What you see is just our day-to-day shit. I mean, that's not acted. The stuff with Hannah, you see the videos that she took because she knew I was busy and he was yapping. So she jumped in and she said, Mom, I'm gonna get some video for you. I said, thank you. And you see me walking back and forth, right? Because I'm doing shit. I'm taking trash out. I'm going to the room. I'm answering calls. I'm starting laundry. I'm running around during the process of which I'm cooking dinner. That's my real life stuff. That's in the middle of what I'm doing. Sometimes if I get him outside, he's walked out on me while I'm playing with the ball with the dogs, It's real life stuff. It's not scripted. It's not acted. It's just at the spur of the moment for me. So now Dan is different because he has more time. He sits, he engages with his dad, gets him ready for the shower. He has more one-on-one time with him in that type of, different environment. So he also has more time to sit and engage him in conversation and spark his mind. And sometimes it's just out of the blue and he's talking and you're like, where's my camera? Because it's great shit. But that is our truth day-to-day shit. We're more, give you the reality of how our house works. That's pretty much what it is. It is the reality of what happens every day. This shit happens every day, right? People say, well, it sounds repetitive. Well, no shit. Every day. I can tell you when he's going to start talking about Bill. I can tell you when he's going to start talking about his keys. I can tell you when he's going to start talking about Mark. I have it lined out. There's no question when those things are going to come up. He has dementia. He's very routine oriented, and the routine also goes back to his memory, right? At those certain times that he thought about those things. Dinner time was huge because he cares for everybody, wants to make sure everybody's eating. So at dinner time, Bill comes up, Mark comes up, sometimes Josh comes up, keys come about in the late afternoon. Every day, same story. When he wakes up in the middle of the night, or checking on me before I go to bed, same thing, lights, you need to get to bed, because he doesn't want to spend any more money. It's not because he's worried about me, it's because he wants the lights turned off in his house. For me, it's definitely real life shit. I think it helps other caregivers, and I think so too. That's just one thing for Dan and I. We are different, and we are different in our approaches when we deal with Ed. No shit. Let's see what he may need to. Oh, Lana, I'm sorry to hear that. He thinks he pays. It's, yes, and the autism stuff too, Yolanda. Every parent out there is dealing with something, right? We deal with something. And I think the parents who deal with autism or any child with a special need feels the same way of any caregiver who deals with a dementia or Alzheimer's patient, right? I am not the teacher, I am not the teacher. I like to take on the role of, being there and understanding how frustrating it is as a caregiver. I like, because my approach is not necessarily, they work for Ed, right? I don't know if they're going to work for you guys, but they work for Ed. I am the professional of Ed. Doesn't mean I'm always happy doing it, but I am the professional of Ed. The train forever, but still never. See, but that's such an ingrained memory that he has, Thomas. That's sad. That's a heartbreaker. And so, but I know a lot of people have taken things that you hear Dan or I say, and it works with your, mom, dad, grandparents, whatever. And I love that. I love that you can take whatever we have done if something's not working and use it, and if it works. It may not work all the time, right? It may not work all the time. But our shit that we're used to, like socks aren't working anymore with Ed. I don't want to do those. You can do them. Oh, thanks. Coins? Nope. Take them to the bank. Don't they roll those for you? Shit. So no, there is nothing he can really do. I thought, oh, when? So in that video I just posted today, you guys, with Hannah, when I was looking through my videos, and even though it said, I was like, I didn't make this video. I thought that was my voice too. It like tripped me out. Everybody's like, oh, you and Hannah sound so much alike. I did not hear it until this video. And I was like, when did I record this? And then I was like, oh wait, there I am. That's not me. Shit. That was weird. What? I'm 18 with 30,000 in the savings. What would you do in my shoes? Keep saving. Keep saving. And if you're 18, really 18 with $30,000 in the saving, you're doing good. You imagine what you're going to have when you're about ready to get married. So hope Daniel dad is doing okay. Ed's doing fine. He's up. He was eating when I walked out. I gave him some coffee before I went on the treadmill. He was in the freaking kitchen shoving his hand And like Dan, I wonder where Dan got it. Shoving his hand in the box. I'm like, what are you doing? What? I'm still hungry. Well, don't put your hand in the box. I tell your son this all the time. I will get you another bowl. So his grandson, he has big holes in the back. Oh no. That's the one thing with autistic kids. That's typically a typical trait of autism when they're really young is the head banging. And when I ran a daycare center, we had one of the first autistic boys we had. I still remember his name, and he would do that. So we would put him in a high chair, just to protect his head against the floor or any of the hard walls, you know. But it was really sad. And you know, you wish sometimes there was a way to lull them into, you know, a safe place or whatever. But that's the head banging sometimes is the hardest thing to deal with. How many hours do I exercise a day? Probably an hour and a half. Love y'all, fat boy. Hang in there and don't leave us hanging like that ever again. You hear me? I will hunt you down, I will find you, and I will hang you up by your testicles. Or one, it depends. If one's, anywho, get it? So, yeah, I trip myself out. And that's the thing. Yes, I was a manager of a daycare center for like 10 years. I did management. I worked at KinderCare when I was going to undergrad. I was office manager and I worked with the older kids, went to school full-time and worked full-time to get benefits because I had to get benefits. My mom said, you're off benefits. Shit. It was younger back then. So even if you were going to school, it didn't matter. So I had to support myself. And Dan, because Dan wasn't working while he was in law school. So I worked full time, took 18 units a semester. And when I started getting my teaching credential, I was probably 3/4 of the way full, had trouble passing the NSAT test. Any of you who are teachers know that. I finally gave up after like the 5th time because every time I took it, I was 1 fucking point away. Ugh, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, this is ridiculous. And at that time that I was supposed to take it again, me and my friend had failed at both. And then she passed it on the 5th time, and I still was 1 point behind. And then at that point, they offered me the management job. So I took the easy way out. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out of it. So I took the management job, and I took that. And I was very successful doing it. I'm a manager by nature, and that's how I run my house today. It was hard, but I did it, and I opened up a new facility up in El Dorado Hills. So any of you in El Dorado Hills, that big KinderCare, I opened that up, and made a shit ton of money doing it. I did well. I bonused and was very successful with my management skills and capabilities. And then I just one day just had enough and I quit. Sorry, Dan, I quit. It is. I didn't realize, but reflecting back and seeing myself today, I am a manager, right? I am a manager. Mary asks, have I experienced caregiver burnout? Every day. Every day, Mary, I experience caregiver burnout. Now, some of you might say, how is that possible? Every day, I'm burned out. Especially some days midday, some days by the end of the day, because I'm not just dealing with caregiving, right? I'm dealing with the personality of my husband. I'm dealing with my internal shit. I'm dealing with the other shit I gotta do. I am burnt out in general. I don't think it's like and I think sometimes, about the KinderCare up there. Oh, yeah, in El Dorado Hills. That's the one that I opened up. It's right there. And some people may say, well, it doesn't happen every day, but it does. It happens to me every day. Sometimes right in the morning when I wake up, I'm burned out already. Any of you feel that way? Some days I wake up and I sit in bed and I think, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And so I know I'm setting my tone for the day. And then I work really hard to change it. Some days I'm successful and some days I'm not. I think they had my grandma home. I wish she was never in the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, you do the best you can. I mean, that's the thing. For third shift and for picking, shipping, packaging, I will never do that shit again. Good for you, GSR.
You did, Alex? Congrats.
Hell no. Shit.
I feel like that. And the cat in the hat, I do feel like that. It's a perfect analogy. How many hats do you have on today? A fucking shit ton, more than I want to. Fuck. I'm exhausted every day, you guys. Today I woke up and my first thought of the day was, I don't wanna. I just don't wanna. And I thought, sometimes when we wake up like that, we screw ourselves. And my fucking weights aren't working anymore. Fucking irritated. We screw ourselves with that line of thinking. And I always try to tell you, just like I try to tell myself, turn your frown upside down. You got to change your path today because it's going to be one hell of a day. It's going to be one hard fucking day once again because every day is a hard day. There is no easy days. And sometimes I stay out here the longest I can because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Sometimes I want to run away. Oh, we are shift workers for the most part. So, London. I don't want to. I'm tired. I had a shitty day yesterday. I mean, it was shitty in the sense that I wish I felt better, right? I wish my back didn't hurt, and I wish my stomach didn't hurt, and I wish I didn't have cramps, and I wish I didn't have the frickin' menopausal, shit in my body, because I was really hurting yesterday. But I just kind of went up and down, did some shit, laid down, did more shit, laid down, watched my sister wives, did some shit in between. And then last night, it just hit me. Last night it got worse and I was in pain. And for a minute I thought, dude, I gotta need to go to the ER. Because something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something does not feel right. But I thought, no, you're just whatever it is. And it was fine. I survived. But it happens, and we still do it because we have to. And when I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I thought, well, I'll take the shift since, I'm already up. And I was up for about an hour and a half, I think. Didn't hear a thing, so I eventually fell asleep. So sorry, Dan. I'm not given a choice, and that's what it is. I mean, people like that Rachel who took a hike, a forced hike. People say, well, it sounds like you're tired. You should just get rid of him. And where to? Where are we? Where are we giving him to? Time to drop him off at another kid's house. Oh, the kids that aren't already on my doorstep asking for him. Did I say that out loud? I'm a realist, people. People do what they want to do. People stand up when they want to stand up. The people who don't want to do it, don't have the patience to do it, don't do it. And that's fine. That was our choice. Bad days, would I like to drop him off and leave him on a doorstep of one of his kids' houses? Yeah. Yeah. And then I think to myself, you know what? Would I trust them with him? No. No. Because like I say, and he would be so lost, Kathy, and that's what breaks my heart. When I see his eyes and I see the way he asks for me and I see the way he says, well, where's Danielle? Oh, there's Danielle. Those remembrance of the things that are important for him every day. But I have those thoughts. But I would never do it. Because I'm not cold and callous like people think I am.
I have a heart. I have empathy. Even in my worst day, I'm still doing it. Even in my worst day, I am still doing it. Let me say that one more time. Even when I am at my lowest, I am still doing it. May not be with a smile. Maybe with this face, maybe with a harsh tone, but I'm still doing it. That's caregiver. That's a true caregiver. Come on, Pops. Let's go, honey, sweet pie. Let's little bean, chicken butt. Let's go. Let me take your hand and let me carry you over here. You are the sweetest thing imaginable. Gosh, look at those eyes. They're blue as the sky today. How did you get those eyes? Because they weren't always blue. No, they weren't. Would you like anything to eat, Eddie Pooh? No? No, that's not me. First of all, that's not me. Second of all, oh, I'm sorry, monkey. I not like that, and nor have I ever been like that. So you will never see that from me. Just so you know. And that's not reality, ever. Half of the time, it's, Ed, what are you doing? All right, let's not. Come on. Let's go sit down. Yep. You may not be in there. Nope. Let's go. You're hungry? I will go get you something, but you must sit down. Yeah, sit down. All right. All right. 2 seconds later, Ed, sit down. I will get to you in a minute. I need to finish. I need to finish what I'm doing. Finish. I'm working. Oh, okay. I'll be with you in a second. Okay. For the love of Pete, Edward, sit down. Sit down. Please. All right. Ah! Don't you dare. What? Don't you dare. I was just gonna, no. No. All right. Fuck. Are you up again? Are you up again? Reality. Dan. Come get your dad. That's all day long. That's all day long. That's all day long, you guys. That's all day long. This is our quiet time right now. This is quiet time. 11:30, sometimes 12. He pushes it till 12, and he's good. I have to get him off the couch, to eat. And then once you sometimes you just let it go. If he's not asking for food sometimes, I just make it because you don't want to wake a sleeping baby, right? So you just let it go until he's like, all right, I'm hungry. All right, well, let me go pee first. All right, well, go pee and here's your food. Those are the good days because then it's less time, until for the witching hour. And sometimes the witching hour starts super early. You just never know when that witching hour is going to start with Ed. So that's the realistic day for us. Nope, you may not go outside. Nope, no outside. Nope, why not? Because you're 91. I'm not 91. You're 91. You can't be outside unassisted. I can go outside. Ed, sit down. When I have time, I will take you out. Oh, that's ridiculous. All right. That's it, with him. Sometimes it feels like Groundhog Day. Shit, all day long it feels like Groundhog's Day. Sometimes I already have, I can tell. I already know, no, you don't have any kids. I was just going to ask. I know. Well, how did you know that? Because I'm smart. I'm telepathic. I know what you were going to ask. I make my own songs for dementia. I sing, sometimes you guys see, I start singing randomly. Sometimes I just sing because I'm so fucking frustrated. I have to like try to change the way, of life, Oh my God, you're going to memory care, memory care, memory care. I can't wait to drop you off at memory care today. You do stuff to get by because it's not easy. Where's my car? It's at Mark's. I make shit up sometimes, and Dan will walk in. Dan was singing the shower song today, and I happened to have my Zoomies on this morning, and Dan started singing a song to Grandpa. It's shower day. I don't know, like, watching the words to songs. And I do. And my memory care song changes every day. And sometimes I call my friend, or she calls me, and she'll be like, I need the memory care song. Because her mom's going through it too. And she just gets, you get frustrated. Everybody has their limits in a day. Everybody gets frustrated, and to say you don't is a hog fucking wash. Did you hear me? Hog fucking wash. Hi, Evil Twin, how are you? Carrie, I don't have, somebody said yesterday, she goes, people don't understand we've gone to school for it and whatever. I'm like, we just kind of on a wing and a prayer, we took him in. This shit is not easy. We learn as long as we go. The fuck were we thinking? I am not the main camera lady, Dreamcast. I hate to inform you, but I have my own platform, and that of which you are on right now. I'm kind of cute for an older lady. Well, whatever. Megan, I wish I could hug him because I can't hug mine. Oh, that's sad. Just try to take it easy. I try, it's so difficult because, it's so much easier said than done. People think it's so easy just to be able to be like, whatever. It's easy, let's do it. No, it's not that easy, because I'm working my ass off every day. I'm working my ass off every day, not just with Ed, but with everything else, and for people just to be like, being able to say what they want to say to me and being able to treat me like a piece of shit. Hell no, it's not okay. I can't just passively walk by and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get to you today. Because I think that's also part of my persona. That's part of my persona. How often do you work out? Krista, I work out every day. Yeah, Dan was singing I'm kind of cute. Thank Coach. What about Dan? Dan's a major deflector. Now that shit is real. Every argument we put on here, right? We're not going to put the nitty gritty on there, right? That's not for social media's eyes. We put the fucking stupid ass banter that we banter about every day. Open room cough. I literally walked in to an open room cough today. I walked in and inhaled his spittle everywhere. And I said, open room cough. I said, Dan, come on. He goes, well, that wasn't a cough. I said, it was a cough. He has started to make, I said, some effort. I do notice this sometimes. Not as much as I would like, but he is trying. Those are real. Those are real. By the way, Big Dragon, I tried to get him to have some sex because typically at the end of the day, I'm just not feeling it anymore. I'm so fucking tired. These days are very exhausting for me. And with all the issues that I'm currently struggling with internally, at the end of the day, I don't. I told Dan, I said, you have better luck in the morning time, if you want something. And he tried this morning, but the dogs were going crazy and Donnie was waiting to pounce on the bed. And, Donnie, when he's in the room, he always loves to get in between our legs. So, it wasn't. Dan's like, I just don't think it would, it's not going to work. I mean, he showed that he was ready to go, but his mental game wasn't there. He's something. So no, that's real. We bicker. I bitch at him all day long for open room coughing because people are like, well, if he's in his room, let him open room cough. Well, he's not just in the room, open room coughing. He's walking through the house. in the kitchen, he sneezes, he does that shit. It drives me nuts, right? You're so mean to Dan. I'm not mean to him. It's fucking annoyances. You have to try to fix the things that aren't healthy, right? When he had COVID, he did the same shit. Come on, open room cough. It's a habit. It's a bad fucking habit. Now, what was the other thing I was bitching at him about? Oh, his deflection. Oh, y'all. I tell you, how Wanda Ann, I tell you every day, he deflects more than anybody I ever know. He deflects. Every time I point out something, he deflects. Now, I know I'm on his ass a lot about his stupid shit that he does, and he has no intent on fixing, but I'm going to bitch until they fix. So people are like, well, stop your bitching. Stop your nagging, and maybe he wouldn't have to deflect so much, deflector. Coming from a fucking deflector is what I'm guessing. The real arguments every day. Can you just own something? All day long, that's what I say. Can you own some fault you have? Can you own something that I'm pointing out? Can you just say, my bad? He can't. He cannot. He won't do it. He refuses to do it. He just can't do it. Those are real arguments. Those are real normal banter around our house, right? Now, when I record those, right, it is because we have just talked about it, right? And it's fresh in my mind, and I'm like, well, let's get everybody else's opinion on what they think, right? But I'm the bitch. I'm the nagger. I'm the horrible wife. Why is he with me? Well, maybe he should take a little accountability for his fucking actions. And maybe if he took accountability and owned his shit, I wouldn't have to fucking nag so much. What about that? But it must be me. Best not call me that. I don't fucking care. So if it's that bad, divorce him. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who said anything about a divorce? And why is that even a topic? Why would you even throw that out there? The point is, it's not that bad if we are making fucking videos about it. If we are making videos about our daily banter, obviously, it's not that bad.
What are we talking about?
You.
Divorcing?
Yeah. Somebody's like, well, if it's that bad, why don't you just divorce them?
Well, what are you saying?
No, they're
I'm
bitching.
some kind of evil?
You are. You're a deflector.
I'm an evil deflector?
Evil deflector. Fuck
Hi,
you.
everybody.
Here's the evil deflector. Deflection Dan, at your service. No, we were talking about how our videos are real life bantering arguments I have with you every day, but we're doing it together because we're poking fun on our banter.
Yeah,
right?
if you notice, the issues are not terribly serious that we banter about. What do we banter about? Open room coughing, which is serious.
Open.
But I don't open room cough. That's all
Every
made up.
day.
She
I'm gonna
just
start
made
doing
that up for-
I'm gonna start
Some
doing
of
a
what,
collage.
is a little fictionalized. I, of course, am not an open room cougher.
You're an open room cougher.
I'm an elbow cougher.
No, you're not.
I am. Sometimes
I'm gonna start
I forget.
getting you videos. Sometimes.
90%
of the
Not
time.
90%.
You also are a massive
10%.
again, you can't even admit
What
it.
else am I?
A deflector. Major deflector. Deflecting Dan. You're deflecting right
What's
now.
okay? Deflecting. I'm a deflector, a redirector.
You're not a redirector.
master connector.
You're a master manipulator.
I'm a manipulator.
You're a deflector and a manipulator.
What do I manipulate?
Me.
Well,
Just kidding.
then how come I'm not getting my
can't.
way? I
You
mean,
can't.
if I'm manipulating you, I'm not very good at it.
I tried to give you your way today, but you couldn't do it.
I can't. I cannot do it in a zoo.
Well, we
Right? I
have
can't
a
do
zoo.
it with 8 animals running around the bed.
Coming from the guy who says, let's get another
Go,
dog. Let's get another
Yeah,
puppy.
well, we don't have to have the
Let's
dogs
get
in the
another
bedroom.
Okay, and what do they do when they're in the
They
bedroom?
scratch at the door,
Right,
but
and you
they're
can't-
outside
but
the
you
door.
still can't do it
It's
when
better than in my ass. Right? I'd rather outside the door than a cold, wet nose where it don't belong.
That's not a cat.
It's all of them. Your dog, your big beak dog. It's, oh, come on. We got 3 minutes. Ed's eating cereal. We got perfect. Let's go.
Donnie has...
Jump on a bed
Well,
of hair and frickin'
And Donnie typically, when we're done, halfway through... And
the cat's crawling on top.
the cat is in between. He just nestles and cuddles and sits down. So when Dan's done, he gets up and you just see Donnie looking up, purring. It's an extra. I told them, Brenda. That's what I said. I said, just go with the tickle. Use it as an experience. Pretend that it's my finger.
I mean, you guys are just disgusting, right? That's outrageously grotesque.
It's a little tickle.
Right?
It's like a little.
All right, enough. I didn't even. That's ridiculous. I'm going for a walk. Have a good morning.
Go with the tickle. That's what I said. Go with the fucking tickle. Yeah, we're disgusting. Pretend it's my little. Pretend it's our little feather we have in the side table, tickling your testes. I think he's really getting used to me. I think he's starting to really kind of go with the flow, because I've noticed, like, even in the video I did yesterday, Mars, ow, fuck. When he said I was picking at something, I had an itch, and I was like, since when would you ever say that on camera? Like, that was like really, anyhow. I was like, when have you ever said that? I was like, you're taking after your wife a little bit more. He is starting. I feel like he is starting to get a little bit more. That's a Texas flag and a Michiganian flag, yes. My daughter's world. Ow, shit. Yeah, it's so funny. Anywho. All right. Well, I'm going to finish my arm. My elbow is killing me today. Anyhow, I'm going to finish today. We're coming on later tonight, so I love you. Thank you for joining. Again, you guys are important, and you matter, and you are worthy to me. And everybody repeat that to themselves and start believing in yourselves, because you too can make a difference in your own life. Love it. See you later tonight. Bye-bye. Hi. I might be on with you for a little bit longer. Dan was worried about TikTok because I was on my main account. So he was like, get off before they get you for all the animal talk. You know, how those people are always waiting to get me somehow. And he's like, you should get off before somebody reports you for the good old, animal and, I'm not from Texas, by the way. So he's like, he just texted me. He's like, get off, just in case you have a troll right now, mass reporting you for God knows what, get off. So I just quickly aborted the mission because, we don't need any more flags. I was born in Nashville. The Texas flag is from my Texonian friends, and the Michigan flag is from my Michiganier. They were in like a little Michigan-Texas standoff with me, so that's why they're there. Violation of time. I know. Jerry, I think you know why? It's because I'm dehydrated. I think in all honesty, I'm dehydrated. I believe that's why. I haven't been drinking enough water. I've been drinking I drink pretty much in the morning, and then lately I haven't wanted water. The water in it's just when it's cold outside, it's really hard for me to drink water. No pee-pee for the peck. But the peck, I don't have a peck. What? No. I just figure, I'm kind of thirsty today. I did have a lot of stomach issues yesterday, which ended in a grand finale last night, which thank God, because I was like worried I was going to have to go to the emergency room. And then once I had a little bit of release, YouTube Jet, I felt peck is poussé. Oh. Wait, I thought peck was the pee-pee. I thought peck was the pee-pee. Peck. Oh shit, GSR. Are you sure? I thought you told me the peck was the penis, not the pussy. it's puse. Oh, in Filipino. Okay. I thought the peck was the... Well, what's the pee-pee? If peck is puse, what is, what, and the way she spelled it, shit balls. Okay, what's then the penis in what's the other GSR? The more you know. Peck, vagina, duly noted. Can you just tell him to wear the mask? I wish. GSR, what's the penis? I'm waiting. Penis. Why are you taking so long? Boom boom. No, that's not boom boom. GSR! Are you fucking kidding me? How do you know peck? I don't know. I'm Laotian. You smart ass. Okay, well, ask your Filipino friends. I forgot. Ask your Filipino. Well, then how the fuck do you know what a peck is? If you don't know. Pedo? Peck. Our minds are in the gutter. Heard them say a few times peck. Well, and but Dan doesn't have a peck. If Dan had a peck, that would be a problem. I wouldn't have been able to have babies. So I know Spanish slang too. Do I know it for the ding ding? I don't know. I know it for the vajayjay. Scissor sisters. Yeah. I mean, literally, if Dan had a peck, I just learned the peck is not the pee-pee. The peck is the women's version. He will not even, well, no, he won't admit it ever. Say that again. Peck. Peck is your vagina. Your Virginia. I found my love in Virginia vagina, you know. I gotta use that. Shit. I could have used that on today's video. Damn it. I gotta remember. Pum-pum? What the fuck is a pum-pum? Peck. Peck doesn't sound like a woman's body. Peck sounds like a man's body. Peck. Give me your peck. Peck. Oh, he would be. He's now nervous to speak at that summit, the Alzheimer's summit. He was like walking around. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm kind of nervous now. I'm like, why? I mean, it's so funny because he's such a confident writer, but those times, you know, he shows his insecurities. Those you will not sing must be playing with your own ding-a-ling. I said to my Filipino neighbor, how's your peck? Oh, Liam, do not. Is it a woman? Shit, don't do that. Or do it. See what happens. Or ask the man. So, just wondering, how's the peck doing today? I learned a new word. What's that, peck? Oh, it's a she? Don't do that. Oh my God. If GSR is right, I would be really sad. And Tagalong. What's Tagalong? Manga sakit? Mine is manga sakit. Oh, Dan and those nicotine patches. I'll show. I think I've recently cleaned out my car from them, but I'm gonna start doing footage of them, and I'm gonna do a compilation for you guys because I know you guys don't. I'm going to ask Jimbo and video it. Very well. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Is she a sweet older woman? That could be very disrespectful. I am going live at 3 a.m. My peck is, okay. Then it's feasible. As long as she knows you're a jokester. My peck is sweaty. Currently, it needs a little bathing, but she ain't gonna be bathed for a minute. No, I'm not going live at 3 a.m. I should have because I was up at 3 a.m. but no, I'm not going live at 3 a.m. So if you look for me at 3 a.m. it won't happen. Oh, I know. I wish Dan would wear a mask. He could barely wear one when he had COVID. I mean, this guy acts like he is like the prince of treasures and the prince of truth. He is not. He lies to you. Open room coughs 95% of the day. He has gotten like a 5% approval, like with this. I've seen it a couple of times. Only 5%. My nose is dripping. Oh, that's so funny. It does say that? No, I'm not. But I was up at 3 a.m. I must have hit something when I was logging on this morning because I was multitasking, and I remember hitting something, but I probably hit something on accident. My one is your dog when he thinks he's getting it. You know, it's funny because as you age and you have problems, menopausal problems, and you know, the other grandpa or the dogs or the cats or whatever, you know, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's more work to actually figure it out. And I just don't feel guilty about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like I used to feel so guilty, and now I'm just like, it is what it is. Like I'm not lying to get out of anything. I'm literally suffering. Like last night, Dan's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, you have no idea. Like I am suffering so bad right now. I feel like death. I feel like somebody could just punch me in the stomach and take whatever this is away from me. Like I would be so much better right now. He just doesn't, I'm like, you just don't understand. And I went to do a video, but it was dark. He was laying on my stomach and I was watching my show, and Donnie was on me, and I was like, I want to kind of video it, right? I want to video and have this conversation because I was like, I just want validation sometimes. I want validation. I just want you to hear me, and I want you to, you will never understand, but I just want you to understand and hear that I am suffering right now. I am going through some major shifting in my body. And I am dying. Like I literally feel on some days that I am dying and I'm miserable. It is peaceful today. And the circadian rhythm. And I told him that. I said, I just wish you could validate me sometimes and just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is something you have to go through. You know, that's it. I just want validation sometimes. Sometimes I think he just shakes his head and he's like, of course, you know. Of course your stomach hurts. Of course you've got gas. Of course, you know, you've got cramps. No, the cramps have been new. Like I've never had cramps in my entire life. I have just started having cramps. What the fuck? Oh, thanks, Yami. Olive oil. Hell no. That, I couldn't do it. And that's what I said, it's just not, I don't need you to understand because you're not going to understand, but I just wish you would read up on it. And I wish you would see that some women get fucked. Apparently I'm that woman. Like I haven't been through enough of life that I have to have the worst menopausal journey ever, right? Not only did I start at 36, but my life has been hell in the last 5 months. Hell. The last year has been bad, but then the last 5 months have been frickin' hell. So, thank you, universe, for the twisted jokes you keep playing on me. And that's why I said, I just wish you would like, just try to understand what's happening and maybe try to accommodate sometimes a little bit to me. How's your, oh my God, Veronica. I thought you said something else. Oh, Veronica. Oh, Veronica. Oh my God. I thought she said, how is your Clint? I thought she said, oh no, Alex, that sucks. I thought she said, not Clint, but I thought she said minus the N. And I was like, well, that's the first time I've ever had that asked. And the monsters. Oh yeah, you, Liam. Oh God, he's really a pussy. A peck. You two knew. And that's really sad. Like I hope I would never be able to do that. Veronica, I swear to God, I was like, well, hanging, low, butted. I don't know. What do you want to know? That's really sad, Alex. And I hope I don't get that bad. But I'm telling you, menopause with Dan and Ed lately. Yeah, Lily, well, Dan was a little worried about the conversation before he left with the animals and segs. So he was like, just abort the mission really quick before you get a violation, because you know those trolls are waiting for you. You know, teeters on the line of beef, you know. Oh, shitballs. So he scared me. So then I had to quickly get off. I was menopausal, and now I'm 68. I wasn't allowed any meds or supplements. Oh my God, Lizzie. So I'm on everything imaginable. He didn't care about me enough to get off her ass and visit her only daughter. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can. Alex, I understand you're upset, but I'm going through something really, oh, she always has been. Okay. That's different. I was just going to say, if it's menopause, that's, yeah, you know, it's really funny to new because they come on the bed and they're very distracting. I mean, for me, I don't give a shit, but for him, you know, it's mental. It really is. Oh, yeah. And so I was going to say the menopause journey, just because I'm going through it. If it's the menopause, I could see how sometimes it's really, I get very lazy sometimes, and, certain things with my kids, like I should probably touch base with them a little bit more. And I know Hannah gets a little bit more like upset when I don't make an effort. And sometimes I just get so wrapped up in my own life, and I just kind of, woe is me sometimes at the end of the day. And I'm just tired, you know, I just don't want to give anymore. We're talking titties. I had to look down, make sure my titties weren't out. And so I get like that if it was a menopausal thing. But menopause is kind of, I mean, sometimes I can't be nice. I mean, I just, as much as I try to want to be nice, I can't. It's literally like you're possessed. My experience anyway, and not to make excuses, but sometimes I cannot. Yes, I get that. And sometimes I feel like sometimes I'm that way. Sometimes I do feel like I could be hypocritical of myself. And I think that just depends on my moods. But I'm aware of it. That's the thing. I think that's the difference, is that I know when I fail, and I know when, you know, I'm kind of all over the place and don't make sense. I went off of TikTok because Dan, we had a little bit of a conversation about animals and what happens on the bed and everything. And Dan was like, I would probably get off just to be safe. That's narcissistic. It is really sad. Boobies? Boobies? They're cold right now. I think they look the best when they're cold. Anyhow, so random. Well, because Jerry keeps talking about titties or GSR. I don't know. And so, yeah, but the menopause does really weird things to me. So I can relate for anybody who's going through some of those weird, you know, changes. But the people who call you all the time and don't ask about you, but want to just talk about themselves all the time, that's a narcissist. That's narcissist behavior. And as a mom, now I'm starting to think, like, do I ask my kids how they are? I don't bitch about me, but like, I do. I text Jennifer, are you all right? Are you alive? Are you well? What's happening? Are you okay? What's happening? Hannah, I'm like, hey, love you, or something like that. That's what I do. Well, she's your mom and your friend. Mary, I'm like that. Some days I'm just all over the place and I just don't know what to do. And I don't want to be like that. I mean, I really, really, really hate, like, sometimes it's really hard for me to even do the social media. Like, I wish it was more interactive. You know what I mean? Like, I wish there was a forum to where people could talk, you know, because you do get sometimes I do feel, you know, that it is so one-sided. But it is. Yeah, kudos to all the women who are working hard, let me tell you. You know, Alex, just boundaries. You know, now that you're getting older, it's about setting your boundaries. That's it. It's about setting your boundaries. Why don't you try this? Hi, Mom. I'm good. How are you? When she calls. And do that every time she calls. I'm fine, Mom. I just wanted you to know. I'm good. We just finished the floors in our house. Our house is coming along. I would love for you to come in one next day. That's what you should start doing. Oh, Mom, I'm great, by the way. Mom, I'm not feeling well. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can talk on the phone today. But I love you anyway. Bye. Yeah, it's all about boundaries. It's about what you allow her to do now. It's about what you allow her to get away with. Yeah, I would say, I'm sorry, Mom, bad connection, gotta go. Click. Hey, I can't hear you. Mom, what? Huh? Who? What? I'm fine, by the way. Click. Ooh, Italian girl, how fun. Yeah, you gotta start, you know. Word from Woody. What do you do? Women don't. You have to teach people how to treat you sometimes. And unfortunately, it's your mother. And because she's been in a habit of always having to do that and you always listening, oh, she blocked you at the moment. Well, good. Good. You should be happy about that. I'd be like, good, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Bye, Jerry. I know I gotta go too. I gotta go check on Ed. Yes, enjoy, Italian girl. Enjoy. I think it's good. I don't think it's a bad thing. You blocked her. She pissed you off, and you're stating your ground, which I think is fine. With that, I love you guys. I am leaving. I'm gonna go check on Grandpa since Dan got a late start. I'm gonna finish up some things. Sister Wives is on the agenda. Veronica, my mommy, it will be 18 next month, I think. 18? I think 18. Time's just a ticking, you guys. Time's a ticking. It's really sad. It's just a blink of an eye. Blink of a fucking eye. Anyway, you guys, thank you. As always, you're important, you matter, and you're worthy, and your feelings are just that, yours. Keep them. Alex, they're your feelings, and they're valid whether or not anybody sees them or not. You know, and boundaries, and that's why boundaries, sorry, my nose dripping. That's my advice, is that set them. And if you had a blocker, then maybe she'll learn her lesson. For extra income, buy rental units. They have amazing, keep your money. I hate rental units. Fuck, I'm so glad to be done with mine. I have one left and I'm done. Anyhow, love you guys. Yeah, work on that, boundaries. It'll be better. You're young. You still got a lot of time. So, set them. Anyhow, love you. See you later. Bye.